it do? We on the first episode of Fresh Vibez podcast, and we got my boy Prima Elements coming in. Man, what's up? What's up with you, man? Cooler.
What's up, bro?
Man, tell them who you are and what you do, man.
All right, so call me Sheva. Fayetteville, North Carolina. Me and my family, we started a holistic wellness center.
Come on.
Prima Elements Holistic Wellness Center. It's downtown Fayetteville, 124 Anderson Street. We've been rocking since 2012. In the process of us opening the wellness center, it really jump-started my healing process. Just being in the wellness center, like it's crazy how, like I say, man, I like to deem it more as a healing portal than an actual business, because I feel like we operate for the entity itself. I don't even feel like it's a business. It's so much more than that to me.
Yeah.
Just seeing how it's changed my life, my wife's life.
It's like wisdom, knowledge.
Yeah, for real, because it's such a divine situation. When it comes to business, it's all about location and downlines and profit margins and all of these other things, right? And with the wellness center, though, and how we operate and how I feel like we were almost chosen, because Prima could have been anywhere on the planet, but it's in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
North Carolina, stand up, y'all.
Hey,
we coming.
Right, straight up. And even being like backstory with Fayetteville, we home of one of the largest military bases in the country, Fort Bragg. Crime is pretty crazy. You know what I mean? A lot of our dynamics when it comes to our community, it's kind of slow paced. It's not as progressive as it could be. Crime is pretty crazy. The soldiers, they come back very traumatized from, going overseas and handling the wars that have been handled over the years. And we deal with a lot of that energetically, so for it to be there, I feel like it's very important for other places to create the same type of healing space for the community, because we really about everyone.
And definitely North Carolina.
Absolutely.
We definitely need it. We do.
We really do, man.
So for this first segment, it is, who is Prima Elements? You know what I'm saying? So we talked about who you are, what you do. What made you start your health and wellness journey? So
my health and wellness journey has, I think, it came into the world with me. I feel like one of the things that God and Source had presented me with as a task when I came into this plane was to be a healer. So and it's an interesting journey in a sense of the beginning of it, having the traumas and having the challenges and the addictions, all of these things that I initially got into is what I had to break free from.
Yeah.
So it was like coming in with these shackles, and the whole objective is like, yo, now what are you gonna do to free yourself and liberate yourself?
Yeah.
And it's because it's like I said, man, I remember even being a teenager, like kind of like, oh man, I really don't want to eat meat. Yeah. But it was so hard because, grandma, she gonna have that bacon, eggs, and grits in the morning. We eat fried chicken and fish. The culture, the lifestyle of just
I call it the program.
The program, what I'm saying? The script, right? Mm-hmm. That's what it was. So it was like, okay, that's what I was subjected to. So as a man now, making my own choices and decisions and realizing, okay, man, I've been conditioned and programmed to operate like this. So we gotta change.
We gotta deprogram.
Mm-hmm. And it was real hard in the beginning because I found myself having to separate, but then I got lonely with it. So I kind isolation. So I kind of felt myself get back with the folks that I was trying to get away from, which kind of dug me even deeper that time.
Exactly.
So then, long story short, my mother, she was doing some contract work because she retired military. Then she started doing some contract work. So she was really getting to her bag, and she, was like, yo, I want to buy a building downtown Fayetteville.
Okay.
So that was the dope aesthetic to the wellness centers, because you got this woman who also is very, knowledgeable of holistic wellness, and she's always been keen to like Asian, culture, right?
Okay.
So she's looking for a building. She stumbles in the building that we're at now, and she's like, yo, I just heard a word. Well, she just heard like wellness center.
Yeah.
So boom, from there, it took us 2 years to renovate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Me, my uncle, and my mom, my aunt Angie.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We all got together, and we just, I'm talking a lot of sweat equity. Like, we did so much work. It took us 2 years.
That's what's up.
Then once we got done with it, it was just like, I'm just overweight, depressed in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing drugs. I'm just like partying, trying to do this business.
On your way, but still shit.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So then, but it was interesting because the business aesthetic kind of came before the healing aesthetic, because it was like, oh, this is gonna work.
And see, that's how it be, because we trying to get to the bag.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. So it's like, yo, this is gonna work. I need to look the part.
You got to.
So then it was
feel
like,
the part.
Feel the part.
Feel the
so
part,
then
yeah.
it was like, all right, it was just crazy, because like when you like sell drugs,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of find yourself doing the drugs, you know what I'm saying? Or if you sell cars, you want to drive a nice car. If you sell clothes, you need to be fly.
That makes sense.
So with this one, it was just like, all right, I need to do this stuff. And I started. And over time, man, I just kind of started taking it up. And just realized like, yo, this is a lot.
You feel me?
You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this don't stop.
It's a daily thing.
Bro.
It's a daily thing.
Like, nonstop, we just constantly are in this place of evolvement. And it's like, okay, because, sometimes it can kind of get discouraging when you feel like, dang, this don't never end. But then it's like, that's not the right attitude. The right attitude is to wake up, man, I get to.
And that's where I had to get.
Yes.
I felt like you just said, I was like, dang, bro, like this.
I know.
Never stop.
I know.
What I'm saying? But then when I start tuning in with God more,
yes,
I start understanding like, no, it don't stop.
Right.
And
that's okay.
why you got to get your mind right to understand this is a part of your life. You got to get immune to it. Like, you feel me? Like, you got to understand like, hey, I have to deprogram every day.
Absolutely.
I got to make sure I'm eating right every day. You feel me? I got to make sure I'm having some type of exercise. I got to make sure I'm reading, I'm getting knowledge. It's a
lifestyle.
You feel me? And
Absolutely.
You can't get away from it if you want to be the best version of you. Now, if you don't want to be the best version of you, then don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. And that part right there, the best version, because I've been the worst version.
Exactly.
And I got to a place where I've experienced that.
Yeah.
Well, I owe it to myself to experience the best version.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, so like you said, let's cut this out. And that's one thing I always tell people. I did one thing a year, bro. One thing a year.
You can ask my mama if she out there watching. That's exactly how I did. That's how me and her did. We started from a fast.
Yeah.
And then from that fast, we started changing little things. First, for me, it was pork.
Right.
Then it was beef and chicken.
Bro, I swear, same thing. Same thing. Then the fish and cheese was my last.
Yeah, now I still eat fish.
Right.
You feel me?
That was my last one.
I still eat fish, but I just came off a Daniel fast just Sunday after Easter. That was our last one.
Right.
And then, so now I can eat fish, but I wasn't eating anything but vegetables and fruit. But I'm still cutting down on the fish because it's like, even the canned fish,
I know.
You gotta watch out for all of this fake food, all of this.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm making this the first episode.
Absolutely.
Because it's so important for us to understand where we are as a nation, government, city, state wise. Like, you gotta tune in and you gotta understand what's going on in our society, in our world, because if you don't understand you program, you already lost. You know what I'm
saying?
This is the matrix, and you have to really start, like he said, one thing at a time. That's what God showed me. Son, you can't do it in one day.
Bruh.
You feel me? You're going to overload yourself.
You're going to overload, and I notice people always relapse.
We human.
Exactly.
We still spirit beings first.
Absolutely.
But we human.
Absolutely.
And it's like, so you can't get away from the flesh part. We have to, align our bodies with our spirit.
Bro, right. Alignment is very essential.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
That's the key point to taking control. Because once your brain, I would say, is in control of the show, your addictions are in control of the show, then you're not operating.
Exactly.
You're at its will.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And a lot of times this is like we're compromising our health for taste.
Everything.
Exactly.
Compromising everything, and it's really deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really deep. It's like when you understand how deep it is, it makes you, well, for me, it just made me be like, let me start somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? Let me start somewhere. And then I started with the pork, and I cut down, and now it's like so easy where it's like, sometimes that stuff just turn me off. Like, I see it, I just be like, man,
you get a different set of lens.
I don't want it.
I was driving here and seen a big old truck with all the chickens on it, man, and I'm just like, that's messed up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and people driving past that not realizing you about to eat that.
Yeah, you about to eat that.
You about to eat that.
Right on that truck.
Right on that truck. I mean, something dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's a daily thing, but it's the program that we in, and you have to say, okay, what do I want for myself?
I'm telling you.
What do I really want to be healthy, or do I want to act like I'm being healthy? And it's like when you do the detox in the beginning and like fast for real, you'll feel your body difference. Like in a couple weeks doing that, like you'll feel how light you feel, how that meat don't be sitting on you, how your skin look better, like everything, bro. And I just seen it, and I was like, okay,
I'm telling you,
let me get right.
I mean, you think about it. 24 hours, the blood sugars are going down. Mm-hmm. They're starting to stabilize. Mm-hmm. By 48 hours, your body going into ketosis. It's burning that fat.
Yeah.
By 75 hours, you're going into autophagy. Mm-hmm. Autophagy is the whole sweep of the body, cleaning up and all these other things. Recently, what I've learned, and I hope I get it right, it's once you start to fast, you have this thing called brain. It's called brain divide. It's BDNF.
Okay.
And it's basically fuel for the brain to go into neuroplasticity, where it starts to clean up. And that's important too, because
our bodies was made to heal ourselves.
And they do. They really do. And it's a very special mechanism that it can just do what it does as long as you provide the right environment.
Okay.
That's it, man. I mean, environment goes a long way.
So my next question is, what is your mission for Prima?
So my mission for Prima is to change the world for the better, where people will see Prima elements, be inspired by Prima elements, and adopt the lifestyle. Okay. Adopt the lifestyle, and then we can all set the standard for these other industries to accommodate us.
Exactly.
We don't want synthetic foods.
Exactly.
We don't want synthetic clothes. We don't want synthetic bed framing. We don't want synthetic pots. We don't want synthetic anything.
Nothing.
We here for a short time. Let it be lit.
Let it be a good time.
A good time. Stop compromising our health for your bottom line and capitalism.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't have to be that. And I know for a fact, if we started to elevate like that, our brain power would start to create new technologies, new ways to be sufficient, and we don't have to destroy, Gaia, the earth, with all of this pollutant nonsense.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like so Prima's goal is to change the world for the better, with modalities that can change communities for the better. And that's all it's about.
Health and wellness, man. Yes. I'm telling y'all, man, you gotta get on it. You gotta get on it. My last question for this segment is what do people need to understand about health? What would you say?
It's not an overnight thing. It's a journey that requires to be present. It's a journey that requires forgiveness.
Yeah.
I think forgiveness is something that's very pivotal in our mindset, because a lot of us have these poor mindsets because we have so much baggage of trauma and drama and these toxic relationships that we hold loyal to.
That we have been programmed to hold.
Exactly right.
Feel what I'm saying?
Exactly, absolutely.
The ride or die, all of this stuff that I'm unlearning, man, because when you grow up and you mature, you realize it don't mean nothing.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Not without being aligned with the right people.
Those are destructive protocols, but like you said, to fuel the program.
Yeah, fuel it.
To set their agenda.
Exactly. To keep you exactly where they want you to stay.
Absolutely.
You know, and so that's why when God talks about renewing the mind, that's what he means. You have to renew your mind daily. And I think when people give their life to the Lord, you know, sometimes in this program world, we get into religion and church. And it's like the church is here. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like we have to understand that we're called to something else. We're not of this world. You know what I'm saying? We here, you know what I'm saying, but we're not of it. And so it's like we have to understand, like, to deprogram, you got to get your mind right first. You got to get your spirit right. And then you have to get your discipline right. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. I'm beating this food down, you know what I'm saying? Now I got to get this sugar under control, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it's even better for me because that's really like my last thing is getting this sugar together, man.
So what I did, what helped out with a lot with that were parasite protocols.
That's what I'm about to do.
Yeah, we have parasite protocols as well at Prima. They're a 10-day protocol.
Okay.
They help out tremendously as far as eradicating the body of parasites, which are usually the cause of sickness and illness,
diseases.
Exactly. Excessive sugar cravings, excessive salt cravings. Those are the things that they tend to set off within the body.
Okay.
That right there is something that helped me out tremendously as far as doing a hostile takeover of taking over of hijacking my body back.
Yeah.
Because once they're in the driver's seat, you just in the passenger, like, you know what I'm saying? And some of us in the trunk, they ain't even in the driver's seat.
Look, we flowing because the next segment is health and wellness conversation. You know what I'm saying? My first question was, what's the biggest health problem people are dealing with today? That right there, parasites.
Parasites is definitely real. You know, it's crazy because, you know, when it comes to breeding dogs, you want to make sure your dogs are dewormed and all of that.
Yeah.
It's crazy because we don't have a deworming protocol, especially in the United States. I've heard of them in other countries, but out here, your average physician is not looking for that. Versus
they're not even telling us.
Right. I'm 36 and I'm just getting hip to this from a couple years ago.
38. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. So it's one of those things that
look how long your body can last unproper.
I said
you feel what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. That's how you know
it's crazy
who we made.
Yes.
The image out of. You know that's what this is.
No, for real.
That's where we come from. Like our bodies really meant to last hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying? But it's just we're not disciplined and we program. So it's like you have to.
Yeah, it's a turn and burn thing. I noticed. It's like if you look at like these fast food restaurants and the turnover rate.
Killing
got a job, they you gone, got another person in. It's kind of like that on Earth.
Yep.
It's like, you came, you're born, you died, go ahead, and then keep on coming. It's weird. And it's like it doesn't have to be like that though. Mm-hmm. You know, you can honestly live a quality lifestyle. See, a lot of people feel like this mentality of a lot of people that's like, you know, well, they drink, they smoke, they do whatever they do, but it's because you gotta die by something.
Yeah.
Okay, that is true. That's what we all have in common, right? Mm-hmm. But the thing is, what kind of quality life do you want to have going into these next stages of life? Because if you end up living to be, you know, in your 70s, 80s, 90s, and 100s, mm-hmm. do you really want to deal with dementia? Mm-hmm. Do you really want to be having your limbs cut off? Do you really want to have all these issues sleeping with what's the sleep machine called?
Sleep apnea?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have
even all the medication.
Yeah, it's everything. Like you shouldn't. That's not that. If we making that look normal because you looking at your elders like that's
this is how we should.
Right.
This is how it's supposed to go.
And you're programming the youth to think that that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And it's not even the case.
I ain't gonna lie. You know, I didn't know if I was gonna live to be 25. So I was lit. You know. Coming up out of high school and going into my 20s, and you know, I lived a whole different life. Totally. And so, but I lived it because I was programmed to think like I ain't gonna be here that long. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna be here that long. So I'm gonna just live every day like it's
we're not supposed to see after 25, right?
That's what we tell each other.
That's what they tell each other, and that was statistically what they were printing on us.
So if you're from the hood, you know
right? Exactly. Yeah. And us coming from that, it's like and seeing it.
And seeing
you
it
are
too.
seeing homies not making it.
Yeah.
You know, it's sad. Sometimes I be thinking, I'm like, I got more dead homies than I got alive, and it's crazy because I said something and it was like, yo, if I would have known that the acquaintances I was making was going to create so much heartache and pain, I would have never made them. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect to the loss, but it was just like, man, I'd be really sad sometimes when I think about my brothers that didn't get to where I'm at today. Like, they didn't get to experience this.
Yeah.
And
I think the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? And it's sad versus other walks of life are celebrating together. They got kids, houses, cars,
every day.
You know, businesses, success, and they experience that. You know, for real. Like
we're gonna be right back after this commercial break. It's Fresh Vibe. You gotta know it's Fresh Vibe.
Absolutely.
All right, we back, y'all, and we talking about this health and wellness conversation, man. My next conversation, my next question is, what do you think many people struggle with in their health the most?
I think people struggle with accountability. And I think people have this self-sabotaging mechanism.
Because I did.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, people will... I've had customers they'll come in the shop and I know you want to do something because you're here. You took the step to get here, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know, well, what do you guys have for minerals? All right, we'll give them the sea moss. They'll grab the sea moss, and then all of a sudden the self-sabotage kicks in.
Yeah.
I think I need to talk to my doctor.
Yeah.
The same doctor
that done told you lies.
Bruh, the same doctor that looks at you as a
practice,
a play. You a slam.
Yeah.
Me and the boys is cooking up this work in the lab.
Yeah.
We're going, these are the symptoms? Why? I got something we just whipped up for you. Let's see how that works. Right. With all of these side effects.
Come on, man.
Runny nose, diarrhea, suicidal thoughts.
Come on.
Like, and y'all taking it. So, but you want to go talk to your doctor that just gave you something with those type of symptoms and he has your trust? That's like if you were going to leave your kid with me. Hey, man, my homies might beat him up. I got a girl in there. She might touch him.
Yeah.
But you good. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It don't make sense.
At all. You're going to take your child.
This is what we're programmed to do and to see is right in our face, but we're not paying attention. It's like going over our head because we've been programmed. We've seen our great grandma do it. We've seen our grandma do it. We've seen our mom do it. And so now it's like, now the pressure is on my shoulders. So you telling me, God, I gotta be the one to change?
Yeah.
Like, because that was my first thing, bro. It was just like, dang, bro, it's not fair.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dang, why wasn't I taught this?
Right.
But you can't look at it like that. You have to understand when you're blessed enough to be enlightened on something that will help you, and you have to say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be the one to help. And it was my mom towards the end, you know what I'm saying? Like as I got older and she got older, then boom, I started seeing her change, and I would come see her and I'd be like, what you eating? She like, avocado toast.
Right.
And I'm like, what? And you know, I'm starting to, oh, well, I got these veggie burgers. I'm doing this. I'm not eating them. And I'm like, okay. And at first I was like, I ain't about to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool, you know. But then, like I said, we went on a fast.
Yes.
And after the fast, I think I ate some pork chops, bro. And man, it messed my stomach up so much. I was like, I can't eat this no more.
Man, pork is probably the worst things we can eat.
And once you cut it out your diet and you try to bring it back in,
right,
it ain't gonna work. And I tried, and I was like, okay, I can't eat this no more.
And it's okay. You're really not missing out.
You're not.
Like me being, I've been plant-based for probably 8 years now.
Oh, that's what's up.
And it's like, that was one thing that was kind of turning me off the whole like traditional meat and cheese diet. It was getting boring. I'm like, damn, how many other ways can I eat chicken? How many other ways can I do this? Whatever. When I got into this plant-based world, bro, I'm still eating new things.
Yeah, because you learning.
I'm still learning.
That's where I'm at. I'm ready to take this journey,
bro,
man.
It's dope. I'm telling you, it's so just abundantly just satisfying.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like, and that's the thing too, man. Creating an abundant mindset and understand that you get to, not that you got to, you get to wake up and you get to explore and you get to evolve and you get to just, spread love.
And when he's saying you get to, that's an opportunity.
That's an opportunity.
You feel me? But you also, to be able to get to, you gotta choose to. You gotta choose to, bro.
You gotta choose.
You gotta choose. And
it.
that's what a lot of people don't wanna get to. They don't know how to get over that hurdle. It's like, you know what you wanna do. You know what I'm saying? Because for years, like you said, I wanted to change how I was eating, but
you gotta keep it real. You gotta. One thing we do know, we have the knowledge to understand that what this lifestyle will do.
Exactly.
We know it's gonna give you hypertension. We know you got diabetes around the corner.
Exactly.
You know you got all of these other ailments around the corner. So it's like, okay, am I gonna keep choosing this food that's gonna give me that in the long run, or I can stop right now, regroup, take one thing out a year, and then when I get here, I know that I just at least put back some years on my life.
At least got 30% back.
Come on.
You feel what I'm saying?
Feel me? Like for real.
30%
for real, because it's like, you got to think about it. If you look at what you eat, if you looked at what you ate a day as taking a life away from the day you're supposed to go, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I eat this, it's going to take a day away from my time.
Yeah. That's why when people live to be like 90 or 100, and I'm just like, and I know they haven't ate the healthiest or lived the healthiest, I'm just like, where could we go as a race, a human race, like, if we really were healthy? Like,
I'm telling you,
like, we probably would walk this earth, like,
I'm telling you,
longer than these people who trying to oppress us.
I'm telling you.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, we just got to do it. So my next question is, how important do you think mental health is when it comes to health and wellness?
Mental health is very important. Mental health is going to shape the mindset. Mental health is going to allow one to really be able to make the right choices. Like mental health is a lot, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people are out here dealing with depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, dementia.
Yeah.
These things are diseases of the mind, and you creating a positive mindset, and I say positive, man, like delusionally positive.
Yeah.
It's in your best interest, because that right there is a seed that can grow into a life of wellness and health. It's I think it's very important.
Yeah.
Reading,
strengthening
the mind, feeding it nutrient foods, getting your omegas. Those
meditating, praying, like really taking time to be off social media.
Absolutely.
Cutting your time, your hours down. I had to learn to really do that. If I'm not on there promoting my stuff, or I'm not, I'm not really on it, because
a distraction.
It's a major distraction, because you tuned into so much stuff that doesn't really matter when it comes to like your purpose.
Thank you.
Of why you're here, and you watching other people do this and that and this and that, and the whole time you missing days and days and days and days off your life.
I promise.
What you supposed to be doing. That's why I'm like, you know what? Like, let's start this podcast. Let's start real conversations, because it's like people need to hear real stuff right now.
For real.
This is not the season or the decade to want the mediocre. It's really not. It's not that time. You really need to tune in, because we living in the last days.
I'm telling you.
You feel me? So it's like we gotta shape it up. I was just telling my mom the other day, like when I was praying and God gave me like Noah's Ark, like that's the time we in, and I took that as like what you said. You gotta be delusionally positive, but I took it as like you gotta be delusionally in your purpose, to where people might talk about you, people might laugh at you, people might even say you crazy, but it's like you gotta know that ark you building, when that rain comes,
bro,
them same people that was laughing, they're gonna be trying to get on that boat. And where I'm at right now is I'm building, bro, myself.
Absolutely.
I don't care what people think, you know what I'm saying? Because I know, I was programmed. I have seen, I was lost, man. I was thinking that I had it right. Like I'm doing my thing, because what I was looking at was some stuff I wasn't even supposed to be looking at, trying to get on, trying to get this bread, trying to money over everything. You know what I'm saying? That's what we taught. Exactly. Right? So it's like I realized, like, dang, I'm really chasing money, and when money got me a charge, you feel what I'm saying? And I got locked up, and I had to pay a lawyer, and I had to do all of this, and it was like
the system.
I'm into my 30s now. I ain't got time to.
No.
And I realized it's what I'm chasing. And I had to first get my mind right on that before health even came in the subject. You feel me? I had to realize, like, dang, okay, why am I still like so adamant about chasing this money? I know I'm trying to make it, but okay, I gotta slow down. And I gotta change the way I do things, and I gotta depend on the real source, which is God. He know everything. He done already provided us with everything. So you really just gotta tap in and really understand where to go. And when you tap in with Him, He gonna show you where to go.
Trust the process.
And 9 times out of 10, y'all, when He tell you where to go, it's not gonna be to the bank. It's gonna be to the mirror.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
You feel me? It's gonna be to the mirror, and He gonna have you standing in that mirror until you see.
I'm telling you.
What He wants you to see, you need to shed off you. And that's where I was, bro. Like, and so now I'm like, all right, I gotta do this health and wellness journey, man. Because I'm like you said, I want to see something new. I done did this.
I done did it. To the fullest.
Do this.
Right.
For real.
No, for real. And one other thing that I want to kind of leave people with is creating a why.
Yeah.
The why has to be huge. And I think when you were asking, like, going back to what's Prima, why Prima is there has to be huge. And that's why I include the world.
Yeah.
Like, yo, why we do what we do is to make an impact on the world. You know what I mean? Like, you're changing yourself to make an impact on the world. When these young, when your kids see you, when your wife see you, when the homies see you.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't gonna care. It's crazy when I do run into the homies from back in the day. They see me, they're like, "Hey, dang, bro, like you look like young as hell." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, I seen you before after pictures.
Right.
You feel me? And see, that's what people need to see too. That's the testimony.
The journey.
Like the journey. Like, look,
Facts.
this really works.
I'm telling you.
You know, it's not just about looking better.
Right.
It's about feeling better.
I promise you.
For real.
That's the trifecta right there. It's like you're thinking better, you look better, you feel better. And like you saying now, that's to get tapped back in the source and get everything better on a whole collective, man. And that's what I'm saying when I say like this journey only gets deeper. It only gets deeper because once you get those things kind of, you know, under control, now it's like, okay, let me go deeper.
Something else to do.
Yes, sir.
Because they don't never stop.
They don't.
So tell us about detox and fasting.
Fasting is amazing because the fasting is what creates the autophagy, and that helps clean the body.
Yeah.
And the also what I was talking about the B and I just learned this, so it's still fresh on me. Okay. But it's basically like the fertilizer. It's basically like the fertilizer for the neuroplasticity to utilize and recreate new neurons inside of the brain, so you can change the brain. So which is dope about that, because if we talk about the program, we can decondition and then we can recondition with some new substance.
Exactly.
You know, it's just kind of like soil. If the soil is not good, we have to remineralize it, till it, do these things, and it takes time because you might plant that year and your harvest be, you know, mediocre. But you keep, you know, feeding it the nutrients that next year, that harvest might be even better.
And that's the thing where we mess up too on the timing. Sometimes we look at stuff and we say, "Dog, that's gonna take too long to do that." Like I don't know if I want to do that. It's gonna take me 8 months. Like, hey, you know, and you have to enjoy the process, and you have to be like, all right, I'm gonna do it. But because you know it's a journey, it's better because it's like I don't have to do this in one day.
Man, trust the process. Enjoy the process. You know, it's a gift and a reward waiting for you that's priceless. Yeah, money can't buy this. This work that you put in, you can't pay for this. You might think you can with cosmetic surgeries and all these weird products that
it ain't gonna change the inside.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? It's like you really want to have integrity when it comes to this. You know what I mean? Like I do this when no one's looking.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So then I'm big on that. Like you are who you are when nobody's looking. Yeah. And when I used to just be doing drugs, watching porn, and just scrolling on my phone, it was just like, this ain't it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Versus now, like I just built a deck. Yeah. At my crib. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
your whole mind is
different. You know what I'm saying? Let me you know fix my house up. Let me add some new knowledge to myself to feed my people in my wellness center. Let me, you know what I'm saying?
That's what we're supposed to be doing on Earth anyway, spreading love, spreading joy, you know what I'm saying? And taking dominion, taking back dominion, you know what I'm saying? For real. Tell us about these products right here.
So this is Top Shelf, Bladderwrack, and Sea Moss. This is a blend of Bladderwrack and Sea Moss. You can get this from primaelements.net.
Now for people who don't know what Bladderwrack and Sea Moss is.
So this is an algae that is loaded with minerals, which minerals are essential for the body because those are building blocks that the body, that's a lot of our systems need to function properly. Yeah. So when you have people, especially with women with thyroid issues, the Bladderwrack will help with that, which is hormonal. The Sea Moss is just very rich. This also is sourced from the Gulf of Maine. Okay. So it's purple. Usually the darker algae or foods period are usually deemed as more nutrient dense. Okay. It's a phenomenal product. I've been taking it for years now.
And what does it help with?
And it helps with overall wellness.
Okay.
Overall health.
Yeah.
It's essential because your body needs minerals. It's just one of those things that
instead of taking, GNC vitamins.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because a lot of that stuff is cut, and it's not necessarily for your wellness. It's for $1.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like if I can make a product for
just because it's FDA approved,
right? And I tend to if I see FDA approved, I kind of stray away from it.
Yeah.
But that's something you kind of got to be privy to understand why it's like, this is another corporation or industry that's trying to, make products like this seem inferior when this is the best.
This is what you need. It makes you look like, well, I don't know if I should take that. Right. It's like, man, that's like I look at the garden. We want to say, well, I don't want to grow that and do all this, but it's like we want the convenience all the time. We want to go to fast food. We want to go to this, and it's like some of that stuff not even real meat. You know what I'm saying? And it's we just lazy. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to change our frame of thinking. We want to just say, okay, like you said, we in the mindset of, well, we ain't gonna be here that long anyway, so something gotta kill me. I guess it's gonna be this, and it's like, nah, but you don't have to have that mentality where you're looking for your death day. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like you're supposed to be living this life, and when it's your time, it's your time.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Like for real, let's not do that. That's bare minimum, and I don't like living bare minimum no more. I want to live at my highest potential of quality.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I like quality.
Quality of life.
Yeah, I really do.
So tell us about the products. Like if I was to come in your store now and be like, okay, look, I'm fresh off the presses. Like I ain't did nothing before. Where can I start? Like,
and I usually start people off with a mineral source, like the sea moss. Okay. If people have issues with digestion, I have digestion herbal blends. We also have a ton of herbs. Okay. We have amazing tinctures, which are just like concentrated herbs. Juice cleanse fast. Okay. I always recommend a juice cleanse fast, like where you just give your digestive system a break, load up with vitamins and minerals and a lot of body, feed the cells so it can do a very good cleanse as far as detoxing.
And that's to start off like if I was
I would definitely. I do a 1 day. Do a 1 day of juices where you have your vegetables, your fruit drinks. I got some cashew milk, and then we just put you on that type of protocol, give you some high quality water. We use ionized water from ionized water machines that uses electrolysis to hydrogenate the water. It's just quality substance, nutrient dense substance, and it's amazing.
So walk us through like a day. Your day, like how do you eat? How do you know what I'm saying?
So I wake up about 4 a.m. every day. I go to the gym. I do weightlifting. I do sauna for about 30 to 40 minutes. Sweat out all whatever impurities I have. Then I go to the house. I take my supplements, which I take like my amino acids. I take at the moment, I've been taking stinging nettle leaf because I needed more hemoglobin in my blood. Taking that, and I would recommend people to do blood work too to kind of see where you are deficient in, so you can actually pinpoint and work directly towards that. So you kind of just, because a lot of people don't know what they're deficient in to even know where to start. So blood work will allow you to do that. I drink 32 ounces of water. I'll drink like a tea. I usually drink whatever herbs, you know what I mean? Like burdock is real good for cleansing the blood. You have yarrow, that's a good diuretic. I like to constantly urinate and
just to clean it out.
Exactly. And then I usually break my fast around like 12 or like about 12 or 1. I might do it with like a water-based smoothie where I don't have it's no sugars or stuff in there. Just natural with the fruit. Or I even do vegetable smoothies.
Now, when you do your smoothie, what type of water do you put in?
The alkaline water.
Okay.
I
use the tap.
No, sir.
Okay, because we
right. Unless you have
need to know.
Unless you have a filter system on your tap, which I do as well.
Yeah.
But I still use my ionized water machine.
Now tell them why you got the filter system.
I have it because the water supply has a substantial amount of chemicals and fluorides that's calcifying your pineal gland, and it's making you easier subjected to the program that they want you to be on. Once you decalcify your pineal gland, you can see things for what they really are, and your discernment will really guide you into understanding why that isn't right and who is really trying to steer you astray.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to watch out, y'all. So we just educate y'all so y'all can take this and go educate yourself some more. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, because everybody needs to be their own individual healer. Like, I'm my healer, and I can help I help other people with information to assist their healing.
Yeah. Because
no one knows what you're doing.
Exactly.
A lot of people
or what you're going through.
Exactly. Because like you said, man, look in the mirror and keep it real with yourself. You know what you're doing. You know what you need to cut out. You know what you need to implement.
Yeah.
It's just doing it. Prescribe yourself some sunlight.
Yeah.
Prescribe yourself some live living foods. Prescribe yourself some good sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't we need adequate amount of sleep, quality sleep.
So after the smoothie, what you doing?
So then after the smoothie, I get in the sun. I'm gonna drink the smoothie in the sun.
Okay.
I want that sun beaming on me.
Going outside.
I'm going outside. I'm drinking that smoothie outside.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some meditation.
Okay.
I have a vibrational sound therapy bed. I'm gonna lay on that. We're gonna do a 30-minute meditation.
Okay.
I'm gonna rock out with my kids. I'm gonna talk to my wife. I'm gonna love on my wife.
Yeah.
I'm gonna interact with my community. Then around the evening, I'm probably gonna go for about a 2 or 3 mile walk with my wife and my kids.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna read. I like to read at least 10 pages minimum of a self-improvement book.
Okay.
I might get another workout if I'm up to it, because I do have a lot of energy. So sometimes I might, get that cracking.
Do you eat again, or do you? What time you cut off food?
I cut off food at 6.
Okay.
The pancreas goes to sleep at 6.
Okay.
So you want to just cut. The kitchen closes at 6.
At 6.
Then we ain't eating again until 12 the next day.
Okay.
And what I would probably eat throughout the day, I might do some soups. I do like soup in the evening. Around lunchtime, like I said, if you want to do a bigger meal, you can do around like 12 or 1 a bigger meal, but you get smaller as 6 o'clock comes.
Okay.
So a nice little size meal around like between 12 and 1:32. A nice little snack, maybe like a nice little salad with some avocado.
So that's a snack for you.
Yeah.
Salad with avocado.
You know what I'm saying? Salad with some avocado, some maybe like some walnuts. Throw it in there. That's really good for the brain. Okay. And some pumpkin seeds.
I've been hearing about pumpkin seeds too.
Yeah, smash the pumpkin seeds.
Okay.
Some quinoa, some red lentils.
Okay.
And then,
do you eat rice at all?
I don't, man. I got off of rice.
Okay.
I used to eat rice, and if you're gonna eat some rice, just mess with the basmati though.
Okay.
It's in that blue bag.
Okay. I normally eat jasmine rice too. You said
jasmine rice cool too, but just make sure on the back it just says jasmine.
Okay.
It just says basmati.
Okay.
All the other, if it's got more than like 3 or 4 ingredients in the rice, man, just the better rice. It's better rice.
Okay.
Because the rice turns into sugar, right? It's just like the quinoa. It took a long time. I just started.
I tried quinoa.
I know, bro. I know. It took me a long time. I'm not gonna sit here and hold you. Like, it took me a minute.
Sometimes they have it at the restaurant,
Yeah, bro.
So I have tried it, but I'm like, it just ain't mine.
I feel you. It's just one of those things that over time, you'll get on it as you keep progressing. But
what about pasta?
Einkorn.
Okay.
Einkorn is what you want to mess with. It's got the original wheat German side of it. Einkorn is like a flour. They even have Einkorn noodles. You can find them at Publix. Look for it and use that.
Okay.
And if you will do pasta, make sure it comes from Italy.
It
has to be made in Italy.
Okay.
It has to be made in
Italy. Y'all listening now. I'm telling you, y'all better pay attention. It's a lot, but you know,
it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's not too much. It is a lot, but sometimes
it is
can
for
get
your benefit. I promise you.
Yeah,
I promise you.
So where can people find your products and buy them?
So we want to go to primaelements.net.
Okay.
If you're in Fayetteville, please pull up between Tuesday and Saturday between 10 and 5. We do consultations right now. You can book a consultation for anywhere from 100 to 5.
Okay.
We love helping. Me and my wife, man. That's my partner. She is so smart. She knows so much. We also love to just constantly learn and continue to progress as much as we can.
Okay. Listen, y'all. We know we done gave y'all a lot today. So write in the comments if y'all want Mr. Prima to come back.
Yes, sir.
And say some new stuff and teach us some new stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Write it in the comments and we'll bring him back. You know what I'm saying? But he is in North Carolina in Fayetteville. So, you know, we right here in the state, y'all. I'm in Charlotte, but North Carolina, we doing this for y'all. We doing this for our people, you know what I'm saying? As well as the world, you know what I'm saying? But we want our people to really come up. So this is a start, man. You got to start with health and wellness from your mind to the inside out. All right, man. This is Fresh Vibez Podcast, and we out.
Yeah, Sheva.